Hello.
Hi, Jenifer. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. We're having a bead party here. We've been showing each other ideas back and forth and looking at. Jenifer has a bunch of ideas, like really beautiful things on her mat that she's just coming up with and showing and inspiring me. And so my idea for what I was going to do today keeps changing. I, I don't know what I'm doing.
I didn't know either. I thought I did when Danielle and I were emailing each other back and forth and messaging each other.
Yeah.
I had an idea, but that's totally off the board once I started grabbing everything. And in the meantime, I got the mix from you. And so that's actually what's driving my, what was driving it was the gorgeous petals seed bead mix that you and Carol Carmen put together.
I love this one. It's a really fun one.
It is more versatile than it is. It is so versatile.
It is really versatile. Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah. And we have Colleen in the chat. Thank you so much, Colleen, helping us out. Yeah, and so I was just inspired by what you were showing me, and I had forgotten all about that mix you held up. I created that a couple of weeks ago on a whim, going through boxes of beads that I just have here, and I had a bunch of scarabs, and I'm like, what can I do with scarabs? And I mean, I have a lot of them, so I was like, I'll figure something out. Those are from the John Bead. Like they have a lot of beads, as you've discovered on the website, that are kind of like vintage now, but they're vintage Czech. And so I always have kind of a good time just like browsing just the Czech glass beads section. And there's beads in there that are 70 years old. I mean, it's like some of the stuff in there, a lot of it's newer, but some of it goes way back. And so you just never know what you're going to find. And there's thousands of products. I don't even have a good number in my head. I know that page after page, and I never get to the end.
I never get to the end. I never get to the end.
So that's where I found the scarabs, and then the rest of the mix just came together with it and stuff that I had in my stash. And so I just popped that onto my Etsy shop. I think I've got about 9 of them left, and I forgot to bring mine up. It's still, I was just going to do a bracelet, like a stretchy bracelet, and I included a little charm. Which is some of the vintage tiara casts I've been hoarding that you can use as the way to cover the knot. So I was just going to go stretchy, but I think you're going to do something a lot more inspiring.
Well, this mix, you said you have only 9 left?
I only made like a little more than half a dozen, I think. I can't remember. I'm sorry. A dozen is 12.
Yes. And I grabbed 2 because that's what I do. I always grab 2 because I can use one and hoard the other, right?
Exactly.
And the seed beads, I mean, everything is just absolutely gorgeous. It's a great mix. And when I was looking at the seed bead mix, what popped into my head were the little stitch arounds that you've done using the tiara cast stitch arounds. And so I have the 18 millimeter. And if you want to go smaller, I have a 15 millimeter here too, to try out to see what works. And I was going to use one of your designs that you did with a stitch around and then adding a bead up on the top, and then maybe using a couple of the seed beads as spacers between in between the large bead and the component. And and so you could either go dark, and pull in the dark of your seed bead mix. You can go light and just bring and then it pops out the dark of the seed bead mix. And so, I mean, the sky's the limit, and you don't even have to go with a color. I was showing you that even your little starbursts, they blend really super well with this mix because of this copper or bronze finish. My thought was making a pendant for a necklace with this in the middle and doing the stitch around on the inside.
That would be so neat. Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm seeing 6 millimeter roughly beads, or you could do 2 layers of seed beads. That would probably work. Neat.
And even these have that tall wall on the side. You can even do your little magic where you did the brick stitch around the bead too. So Yeah, it would be great. I think the sky's the limit with any of this. And then I just have some regular hammer tone. I brought out the tiara cast only because
Do you
I
have those
love
currently
tiara
in
cast.
your shop?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yes.
So
Everything
the
that I have
last remnants,
here
guys.
is, yeah. We all love our tiara cast.
Yeah.
And when I get an order with tiara cast, I'm sure you feel the same way. It's kind of bittersweet. It's like, oh, I don't want it to leave the house.
I
But
think
then
I've gotten my last one. I think I have.
but well, then you know that they're going somewhere else. They're going
Yeah,
to a good home. So,
exactly.
yeah. Then I'm gonna try the monofilament.
You're gonna use them. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was. I brought up everything. I brought wire and I brought thread and
Yeah.
I think I even I don't know what my original vision was because now I was thinking of doing a stitch up
Uh-huh.
um, while I was looking at those together.
Yes.
But now
Yes.
I'm feeling like I need to do something more bright and bold, and so even though
Nice.
the green isn't direct, like a I feel
Mhm.
like it's kind of too much of a stretch. But then I put them next to each other, and I still like it.
Well, that's just like this
Mhm.
quad strand. That
Yeah.
even when we put that up next to it, it was like, that is
Oh, look at that.
beautiful.
That's pretty.
So pretty. So I was digging into all of my stuff too. Even this, this
Oh,
is
that
like
one's
the
a favorite. I
favorite.
know that one.
Yes. And
That one is Stacey's favorite strand. She
well,
loves that one.
and I copied you and did this with
Oh, it's pretty.
yeah, and I used the little beads with some of those the cube beads that
I
you'd
love
sent to
that.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, this is my Danielle copy.
Oh, I love that. That's really cute.
So again, this is everything. Oh, I also showed you the blush, this kind of blush color.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That one is what size is your rondelle there? Is that a 6 millimeter?
Um, it is 4 by 6.
4 by 6. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good size.
opaque cream.
Beautiful with
That's
that.
the color. The opaque cream. John
That'll
Bead,
be
of course. Yeah.
that would go so nice with the sundial too. It would just all kind of like go together.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yes. Yes. So it's just, even look at this. Even that these beads pop in.
That's
So if I
beautiful.
wanted to do like a bracelet with using the seed beads in between, and there was another, I've been watching all my Danielle Wicks videos, right, to get inspiration on what to
So
do.
many.
And there was I think it was a necklace, but you did it as a bracelet for Michael's, and it was using some long beads with some shorter beads in between, and you had two strands. You had two strands going, so you had two needles going, and you did some
Oh
innie
yeah.
outies, and yeah, it was really, really
It's
super
kind of
cool.
like a two needle right angle weave. That was kind of what I was.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Oh, that's
And all
interesting. I got inspired by that this week too. We were on the same brainwave.
of course, of course. But I'm thinking, okay, one needle, I stab myself a minimum of a dozen times
Two
during
is
a
right.
project. If I had two, I'd be a hot mess.
So it's challenging. That's super true.
But
Yeah.
I really like this combo. I love this combo here.
I like it too. I think it's a good combo. You just can't go wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
I'm wishing I brought those with me. I had so many beads going. I thought I picked a bunch, and now I want the ones I didn't.
I pulled out a whole big
Yeah,
pile.
I have more of that down here. I've got my little basket going. Just kind of like my Glass Garden live basket now. It's just we've done a few lives in a row with just this basket
Yes.
and all my creations, they're all in here from all these weeks past. We've just been
Oh
going
my
crazy making stuff.
goodness.
And I'm still working on some kits I promised to do.
Mm-hmm.
The last few weeks have been really crazy, so I haven't gotten to it, but I was going to do the Super Duo kit. And then in the meanwhile, we've been having other ideas. And so, oh man, if I ever get to half of them, I'll be impressed, but it just keeps going.
I'm with you. I started making kits. I've made 2 kits so far.
Oh, do you have them to show? I'm going to show them really quick.
No.
No.
And they are tucked away, sorry. But they're
No
tucked
worries.
away. I did videos, and I only made like 2 kits per kit. They're 2 earrings kits. They're really cute.
Yeah.
Very easy. but I have 2 bracelet kits and a necklace kit that I'm trying to put together. And I think I'm just my own critic. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to um, putting something out there like that.
Yeah.
And once I probably get it going, it'll be just bam, 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 bam. Let's go, let's
Oh
go,
yeah.
let's go.
Oh yeah.
But again, I'm just my own worst critic because I haven't been at this for very long.
Oh,
But yet I've been very lucky and fortunate to come along this ride with so many people. And I
oh,
wouldn't know you if it weren't for Nile. And, Nile and Kelly Sutton. I mean, they've just really opened the doors for jewelry making for me and really exposed me to some great companies. And you with
that's
John
sweet.
Bead, I mean, it's been great. It's been a wonderful ride. And so I'm going to be using a lot of John Bead in kits. I'm also going to eventually, when I start making the kits, pull all the Tiara cast off my Etsy shop and use them in kits so that they can get
Right.
used. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna need to be used, and in the meantime, hopefully something new takes its place. That would be good. We can, and there's not really a take its place is probably not possible, but something new that lights us up, will
Right.
come out.
Right.
So
And
we'll
I
open
did
windows.
grab a bunch of your
Right.
fringe discs, your
Oh
fringy
yeah,
disc. I grabbed a ton of
you
those.
got
And
those. Oh
those,
good. I'm glad you got some of those.
yeah, well, because once Tiara
Yeah.
casted those for you. And so I
The new
grabbed
ones will just be made by another company, but still, the ones
yeah,
you got are the originals.
yeah,
As my young sons would say, they're the OGs.
yes.
I'm becoming cool mom, so learning all these new. You wouldn't
You
believe
say
this
on the
morning.
gram.
He's not feeling well, my oldest, so
Oh,
we all
yeah.
sat and played Roblox. We're like, you guys should see me playing Roblox. I'm getting good at it, and I know all the words.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So it's just something. So another hobby, right? Another hobby.
It is. It is another hobby. And
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I think we have the exact same light blasting in our
We do.
eyeballs.
We do. And it's wonderful for, although, you know what? It's not serving me very well here on the mat this morning. I'm not sure why. Let me take a look. It's not even morning, guys. It's like 1 for us. But I've been doing a lot of filming lately, and I discovered this paper. This, I don't know how this looks. It depends on the color I'm working with, too. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think of that? I could even move
Yes.
the
Because that's
camera.
kind of, is it an off? Because my mat is like a
Yeah, it's
cream.
like an off-white.
Mm-hmm. That is very cool. But I
Maybe I'll just
can't
do
see
that. That's
comments.
not too distracting.
Yeah, I just can't see comments. But we have Colleen there. So she's keeping it
Thank you,
going.
Colleen. Let's see if I
Okay.
missed any comments. And also, Colleen has posted the link to right here. There's the link for your shop. And you have a lot of the things that you're featuring, including a lot of really beautiful John Bead strands and those
Mm-hmm.
items you mentioned. So lots of great stuff.
Yes.
So that is in the comments, guys, if you want to find that. And yeah, and so what do you think? Should we dive in? Should we start
I think
making
we should
stuff?
dive in.
Okay.
I think I'm
So I
gonna
got
I
to
think
figure out what I'm doing. Oh no.
I think I'm gonna do the stitch around.
You can do the stitch around. Okay.
I think I'm gonna do the stitch around.
I kind of want to do stitching around too. I'm going to copy you well. Did I bring a finding? That's the next question.
Oh,
I
well,
have
see,
these.
I have no ear wires or anything. So
I have no ear wires either. I'd have to run and get them, which I could do. I could go, or I could actually ask my son to bring me some. He would do it.
But I have a supply of needles. These are John Bead needles.
Those are nice ones. I like those
Yes.
because I can thread those with very little effort. So those make me pretty happy. I'm really excited about those.
Then
Those
I
are the
don't
short
lose
cuts.
them anymore because of my John Bead magnetic pad.
Those are so cool. I should add those. I find some links for you guys for that. Do you have them in your?
No, this is
No?
it. This
We
is
should
it.
add them.
And I
One of us
have
should add them, or I
been
should get a link for everybody.
well, I have been stalking the site too because I have to get one of those bamboo John Bead
Yeah, they're not
one
out
of
yet.
those. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
waiting. Waiting and hoping they're soon because I've been using them like crazy. And every time I post something with them, I wish I had a link to share because I definitely folks would be getting them. I think
well,
people
and I'm
would like them. So
yeah, because I'm usually one of those that is going, are they out yet? I have to get them. When you get them, let me know. I had
Right,
to have
exactly.
one.
All right. Well, since you're stitching, I think
Okay.
I'm going to stitch too. What do you guys think? We should stitch?
I think we should stitch. Okay, so I have not used the monofilament yet. So you're going to have to share.
And I didn't bring any monofilament with me. I've got just regular wildfire with me today, but I was going to do something that requires a little bit of structure. So I feel like it'll be a good choice, right?
So that, Lynn, that sends me to my next question.
Yeah.
When is it, what's the difference? Or basically, what kind of project do I use for the monofilament when I'm not wanting to use, when I'm,
Right.
when
What's
should I
the
use
right what kind of
monofilament? When
project?
should I use, yeah.
So the thing where the monofilament really shines is two things. When you are using monofilament, it's invisible. So if you're doing something where you're going to see a little bit of the thread
Yep.
or whatever type of design you're doing, that is one thing. And then also it makes shapes pop a little more because it has a memory and a bounce back to it. And it's a little thicker. So it fills up the beads. And like, for example, if you're making a circle, like at the end of a bracelet, that circle is going to pop into a circle shape just like that. The downside is it's thicker. So that may not be what you need for all types of beading. And it has that bounce back, which makes it a little bit more difficult to get to stay put. So if you're going to do, like, for example, the stitch around, you might, it'll probably work, but the wildfire will make your stitching easier.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
but they both work. I just think it's more like a more advanced, but the monofilament will disappear on the findings. So it's a trade-off, right? It's like
yes. Well, I have the frost
frost
wildfire
will
here.
disappear on the finding too. I often use frost on gold because I feel like, in fact, I've got a gold finding right here. I'm going to show you. I feel like that kind of works, right? You don't really see it.
Yes. Yes. That's a pretty little, is that a beadwork finding?
Actually, I think you have these.
Oh, the
You
half.
had them at one
Yes.
point. You might have had them in silver. I can't remember if it was silver.
I have them in gold and silver because I
Gold
did a
and
pair of earrings. I'm looking at the earrings right now that I did use.
Yeah, you actually did a really inspiring one on a live once with me as well. Not just once, more than once. But this was one where you made French, and it was just the most gorgeous
Yes.
idea. And you used the 8-0, and it braved me to try 8-0 for French, and now I'm loving it. So, because I was always kind of like stuck in my 11-0 only rule for French, and then you gave me that like idea, and I'm like, hang on, this is brilliant. This works beautifully, and it's so bold looking, and I loved it after that. I think I haven't did another class with it.
Did you really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe I got a thread. I threaded it.
You threaded it. Okay, I'm gonna make
I'm
this
so
one
excited.
bigger. Let's see. Let's do. I want so everyone can see what you're doing really well, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing and then switch back when you're at a spot where you want me to.
Okay, so I have an 18 millimeter tiara cast stitch around. This one's in the copper, the antique copper. So pretty. Look how well it goes with those colors. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use this kind of darker mauve color, not mauve, but it's kind of like a dust, like a dark rose color. And this is from
Love that one.
Danielle's mix. That mix.
That
so
was
glad I got to.
A really like last minute thing. I'm so happy you like it because I was worried it was too unusual, you know.
Oh,
so it was
no.
just something that inspired me in a moment, and I just like, oh, I'm gonna try this, see what happens.
So pretty, so pretty. So I'm gonna just get my knot tied here at the base.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm just working with that other finding.
Okay. And I have my knot go in the opposite direction of how I want. I get thrown off. Is it weird that I got thrown off that my knot was going in a different direction? Okay.
Oh,
so
the tail.
I think I'll do the bottom. Ooh, I think I might just go random. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I only need 2. I only need 2 beads. They're so pretty. So let's see here. Let me see if I can grab all of them. Look at all those gorgeous little colors.
It was really fun. I was inspired by this new, it's not new, but it's new to me. It's an alabaster finish that I just kind of, I guess I rediscovered it.
Aw.
And it's a Miyuki finish that they do. It's among many, but this alabaster finish has an almost, it's like a milky outside with silver lining to make it sparkly on the inside.
Oh.
So I did that with almost every color in the mix, except for I added one extra turquoise that's just a solid Duracoat opaque.
I need some good scissors. I need your precision scissors.
Oh, those were such a random discovery. I got them at Michael's and with
Yes. I think
factoring
I've
the
had them in my
2020,
cart several different times.
and they're scrapbooking or just make general craft. But for some reason,
Yes.
they're so good cutting wildfire. It's like I gotta go for that. It's very
These
cool.
I've had like since the very beginning, and I don't know
Oh
where
yeah.
I got them, but they work. But they're several years old. Several. Okay. All
Thanks.
right. So let's do a little bit of stitch around. So I put my two beads on there, brought my tail thread through the first bead so I can hide that knot. You know, all of our little Danielle tricks.
Aw. Oh, that makes me happy.
And then I probably have way too long of a strand of thread. However, do I weave in yet? No. I have yet to weave in.
Oh yeah. Do you do a knot usually?
I do, but I mean, I usually use like a super long strand of wildfire or whatever I'm using because the weave in, I'm so petrified of it. Then, do you want to know how many half projects I have because I need to weave in? And I know I just need to do it. I've watched you do it like
Oh.
463 times. But
Probably done that many classes. Not sure, but
I do. I go and it's just scary for me. But I know that
well,
once
it
I
takes
do it,
longer than making the project. That's the truth. It takes sometimes it's the longer part of the instruction, and it's also the part that like you get to the end of a project that you're really excited about, and sometimes the finishing is you're worried it's gonna like not work out, so you get scared because you just did so much work. And
yeah.
I have that problem still to this day, where I get scared that I'm gonna mess it up with my finishing, and that's just because it's all that effort that you put in, and you're like, oh, but it's so beautiful.
Well,
And then
and the
just
little
magically finish it without having to do anything.
well, and that's one thing too is at the beginning of your classes when you're demonstrating or when you're sharing like the length of thread you're going to need, you always say, you're going to need to add thread. So just use what's comfortable. I'm like, okay, this is going to be that one project. I'm going to do it.
You're
I'm
like,
going to
oh
do
no.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. You will.
And and there is the trick. I mean, you've done the tricks where turn 3 times, slightly pull on the strand to see if it moves. You know, there's so many little tips and tricks out there. I don't know why I'm so scared.
You'll try it once and then it'll just click and you'll be like, oh hey, I got this. This is no problem. I made a pattern. I tried to be random and failed, and now I have a pattern going.
Well, let's see it.
You wanna see it? Okay.
Yes,
Let me
because
flip
I'm
my
just stitching now.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm going fast. Let's see. Oops. So how do I? Okay, so I think I have to go back to here,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm learning. All right.
Okay.
It's a very subtle pattern, but I'm putting the colors on in the same order.
Yes.
It's 5 colors in the mix. So I started with the darkest pink, and then I went to that what's like a salmon orange, then the
Oh,
alabaster
yeah.
turquoise, then the light pink, and then the opaque turquoise, and then just started it over and over again. So I'm going to do that to the end here, and then I'm going to do something unusual with either this one or if possible to bring in even, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. This is going to be experimental, but maybe even bring in some of those because I like that
Ooh.
pink color.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
color
yeah.
is they belong together. So I need to do something like that. It's an unusual shape though, because of the way it's drilled. See, for me, when I first saw these,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that's a button. I'm going to use that as a button. And so
Yeah.
I actually have something on my mat downstairs that isn't
Mm-hmm.
finished yet. And I want to get it perfect before I share it, but I actually use this as a tiny little button, and I made a seed beaded loop.
Yes. I love using stuff like that as buttons.
It's a weird stitch up, so I'm gonna have to write instructions before I post it, or they will be requested. So sometimes I get it done first, just to say, hey, and here's the instructions. But until I have them done, I feel like, oh, I can't share that yet.
Your instructions are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
They are so incredible, and really, I don't know, it makes sense. And I feel like your instruction for one project, the tip and tricks and those types of things just bleed into other projects. So it's the same concept, and you explain it so well, you illustrate it so well that we can, move it over into other projects too. That's why there's so many people that have Danielle inspired projects.
Oh, thanks. Nicole says that she loves brick stitch.
Me too. Brick stitch is my jam.
Let me know if you have something you want me to switch to show for on your mat too.
I'm still just going around because I'm, slower than a snail here.
I'm debating if I should let the camera stay on it while I'm experimenting.
I think so. Yes. No, let it stay. That's what's cool.
I'm getting braver. It's weird. So usually I'll try anything, right? And I'll tell people, hey, try it. But lately I haven't been taking my own advice, and I've been sticking to what I know works.
Oh.
I think what happened to me was I was trying something new.
Yes.
And I was repeatedly failing at it. And I needed some successes after that. So I went for a while where I was just redoing like stuff that I know I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up doing that for mostly 2 months.
Oh. And then did you get your groove back? Now you've got your confidence? Good.
And so yesterday, actually more than yesterday, but it's not out yet. I'm not sure when it'll come out because I finished my work, my part of it. And then I sent it up to Toronto, and, they have things scheduled out at optimal times and things like that. So I don't have any clue when this will come out, but I just learned a new skill, new skill. Something I did not think I could do because it was hard for me and I was struggling.
Yes.
I was having a really hard time with it. And actually I'll show you because I still have it next to me. I just finished the video, not the piece. I can't show the piece yet, but this is something my son gave me. Isn't that cute?
All things are. Oh.
And he colored this little thing.
Oh.
And gave this to me on the day that I was really struggling. And
oh my goodness.
Oh my God, that's perfect. The timing. And so I shared it in the video because I thought people needed to see it, especially if they're about to undertake the project.
Yes. No,
so be on the lookout for that. When it goes live, I'll put a note out. Hey guys, this is the one I was talking about.
Yes, do that. That is. I just want to
say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because this was something where my hemispheres couldn't connect. It's like when I tried to learn piano. It was like that. I couldn't.
Oh, I love piano.
I can't get one hand to do something when the other hand's doing something else. I still can't. Yeah. I try, but I can't.
When I was learning piano when I was young, because my mom had me in piano lessons when I was 6, something like that. And that was what I wanted to do. How am I going to have my left hand on the black keys and then my right hand playing on the white keys? And how am I going to do that? And then how am I going to put the black and white keys with my right hand and then something else with my left? It just blew me away that you could do have two different things going on at the same time. And you just do it. And the next thing you know, it's second nature.
Yeah, exactly. Like all things, like so many things. There was a time when I didn't know how to use Illustrator, and I didn't know. Oh, and Colleen says best kiddos ever. Yeah, you're right, Colleen. It's so true. Yeah, and so there's things that I can do now that I do fast that back in the day would stress me out really badly.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, oh no, I have to do there's this thing called penning where you're making the thread pads, and they use a really weird curve structure called a Boolean curve, which reminds me of math class. And so I started getting scared. And It's like, but hang on. It's like just learning to, it's literally like learning to use any kind of user interface, like a video game or a joystick, or like now I play on the iPad with my kids. And so now when I first started playing games, I couldn't move the characters and I would get laughed at. People would just be like, oh, she's stuck behind the box. And mom needed help. I'm like, yeah, help me get out.
Oh my
And I hand them
goodness.
and I can't parkour, I can't do the jumps, and they're like, okay, well, I'll do it for you, and then they give it back to me, and I'm past that part. Anyway, so that's what Illustrator was like for me forever. I couldn't get those curves to like do the thing, but I kept trying, and now it's like, oh hey, I got this, and it's working for me. And I think our brains, our motor memory with our hands, do something overnight. Have you noticed that? Like, you wake up the next day and it didn't work for you the day before. And then the next day it's there and you didn't put it there. You didn't know you did.
Right. Well, and then also too, I mean, because that's some of it. If I'm struggling with something, and a lot of times it could be just trying to come up with a design. Coming up with a design on the fly is pretty easy, especially when you have really good, bead palette to work with, right?
Yes.
But when you're kind of forced to do it, it's a little painful. And you're like, man, I've got to record right now because there's nobody in the house and I have to record right now. Nothing ever comes to me when it's like that.
Exactly.
And so if I just step away and yeah.
You can't design on the fly like that.
So who's all in the house? Maria. I see Maria's name.
Maria's here. And we just had a really nice comment. Let me put that back up.
Oh, I see Jenny and Sandy and Leslie. I could barely see you guys because of this bright light.
I got a question on the frame. And you have these, right, Jenifer? They're in your Etsy shop?
Those, yes.
This. So Jenifer has these. The size is, let's look. It is an 18 by 30 millimeter. And so what these are, we were using these in my live with Carol. And Carol taught me how to make these little petals stay on the frame. And that was what, I need to save one of these for that. And I have the other one for the pair here. But isn't that cute? So that one, it's a 1-year wonder at the moment. I have it in my to-do list to finish the other one.
Did you just call it a 1-ear wonder?
Yeah.
That is too funny.
That is
too funny.
Well, you know what you can do is you can wear one that's an unfinished with another one that doesn't have a pair, and then
That's true. You are so right. You are so right.
I think I'm going to do that someday. I swear I'm going to. And everyone in beading will understand and they will not question. They'll be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Only non-beaders won't understand.
So,
oh my goodness, guys, look what's going on here. Look at all this.
What's going on?
All this gorgeousness is happening.
Oh,
I still kind of don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to lie.
You don't know what you're doing?
Well, I'm going to create a vision and then see if I can make it work. Like, you know what I saw once is that you can get bellflowers to brick stitch.
You could get what?
A bellflower you can get them to brick stitch. There's a way to do it. And so maybe the center of this needs to have these kind of just like that, or I don't know. Let's see. I didn't open this one yet, so maybe I can do this as a giveaway with one of the petal mix tubes. I forgot.
Did you just say giveaway?
Yeah, I didn't cut this one up, so this one's ready to go, and I might find some more like I usually do. And so we'll do this with a free petal mix. And I don't have my tubes with me because I'm saving all my tubes for you guys, but this is the petal mix right here. Just this mix that Carmen Jewelry designed. And then that one. Yeah, so let me set that aside. Make sure I don't use it. I'm getting down to the bottom of like what I have left of the glass garden. So, because I've been using them. I've been using a lot of them for things.
They're just super pretty.
They really are gorgeous.
Let's see here. Trying to
let me know if you want me to highlight your camera. If you got
I'm experimenting right now. So,
So notice I was trying to get up.
I'm experimenting, and I don't know if nope, that's not what I do. Okay. I'm just experimenting to see, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do a little bit of a design, I actually unneedled. Is that the right term? Or unthreaded the
That
needle?
could be a term, yeah. Deneedle,
I
unneedle.
deneedled. And okay, so I'm just working with, and usually I will tell you, I never do seed bead work without my magnifying glass.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. I didn't know
So
that.
this is really, really out of the box for me. Oh, do you want to know
Okay, good for
something
you.
else I thought of with all of
Yeah.
these gorgeous beads? Was I pulled these little guys out. Remember these little, they almost look like hammered. They're in gold and in silver. These little
Oh,
guys.
let me bring you back. No one can see what you're showing. Let me show everybody. Um, Here we go.
These little guys. They're like oval and they
Oh,
are kind of
those. Oh,
hammered.
yeah. Those are beautiful. I love those so much. Look at those.
And I thought those would be really pretty too. Yeah, I was really, oh man, I thought I was going to be able to do something really cute. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do something cute. Oh, wait, maybe I
You
can.
can.
Wait. I think I can.
I just got a great idea from Deborah for fringe. And so what if I
Deborah's here.
stitch down? Yeah, like I could stitch down from where I am and then do some fringe strands and put those beautiful bellflowers as a fringe. So let me try both of those ideas and see if that works.
Okay. Is the camera on me? Oh, it
It's on
is.
you. Do you want me to switch it?
It's okay.
It's okay.
So I'm just kind of messing around here and putting, oh, I think I might have done it. So I just have a couple of beads sitting on top of my original and then just doing a little bit of a little,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You're doing
we'll
a pika.
see.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we'll see how that works. And I'm
I
just kind
started
of,
that. I started with a picot and took it apart just now, and then decided to do flat. So there's two ways you can brick stitch. There's what you were doing there, where you're picking up two and then coming back up through the second bead, right?
yes.
And then what I'm doing over here is I'm picking up. Let me see if I can make this one. I'm picking up one bead at a time. I started with the two there, so the 11-0, and then this is just the beads that were in between the flowers on that strand. I'm just using them because they're cute and they're clear. So this is what I'm doing for now until I get to about here. And then I was going to try two different ideas with the bellflowers.
So I'm de-stringing mine again.
You're de-stringing it? Oh, no.
Well, because the first one that I did, I didn't know what I was doing was what you were saying.
Oh, well, that's good though.
What is it called? Picot?
Yeah, let me show you what you're doing. You're doing a picot.
Yes, I didn't realize I was doing a picot.
You're doing this. Hang on, I have a sample right behind me.
But my first stitch was not right. I had the idea in my head, but it didn't go right. But I guess that's why we're here, right?
Yeah. No, you're doing a picot stitch, which has an absolute, application, because what it can do is it can, with certain sizes of beads, can make it look like it's its own row, right? And the way this was constructed is exactly what you're doing. I picked up 3 beads. So I started with this cube, the 11-0 and the cube, went under the thread bridge, came up through this cube. Then I would just string 11-0 cube, back up to the cube, 11-0 cube,
oh,
to the cube. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's what I did. I picked up 3 beads the first time, so maybe I just need to. Maybe I need to go go into the thread bridge right next to it rather than skipping. So I think I skipped.
Maria's calling it a picot edge. See?
Picot edge. Oh, and I think I've done it before and just didn't realize what I was doing. So yes, here I thought I had something.
You already had the skills. You already knew.
I thought I had my I thought I had like a new thing going. But I guess at this point in life, there's not really anything too new, except for your new technique that you just learned.
Oh, it's not new to the world. It's just new to me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well, it's going to be new to me because I'm sure I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's actually, it's advanced macrame. Just spoiler alert, but it was hard for me. It was really hard for me. But I loved it, and once I got it, then I didn't want to do anything else for like days because it
Really?
clicked so well for me that then I started having ideas and just absorbing content like crazy, and it was inspiring so many different things. But getting the needle back in my hand was really comforting though. So far this is all I've done. And that's just the flat break stitch. So one bead at a time after the start. And now let's see what happens. Okay. There's going to be a way to do this. I know there is. Okay, I think I'm going to go and add another seed bead. And this is because I need some space. After these beads, I need a little bit of space. So let's get another one on here. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to take it apart and I'm not going to sweat it.
That's what I did. I just took mine apart. That's okay. And I think I'm doing the same thing I did before. So I don't know why I took it apart. I'm doing the same thing I did.
And then I think what I'm going to struggle with is getting it centered, actually. Okay, I know this is going to work, and I know what I need to do. I need to start it further back. Okay, so.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun, except for I'm going to have to destruct. Okay, you guys got to see destruct. So I don't have enough space to do 3. I came too far down this way. I need to go back and get back the last bead out. Probably the last 3, I think. Yeah, 3 back. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick destruct, the safe way to do it is to get your needle off of there. And then use the eye side. Get under the seed bead. So just like this, just lift it up. See, you're kind of lifting it like that. So you can get those threads. And then pick them until you can get it loose. And if you just kind of lift the seed bead a little bit, you'll be able to get it easier. Once you've got it, just pull that through. Set your needle down, pinch the seed bead. Pull. One's gone. Let's do the next one.
I'm destructing again.
You are?
Yes. I'm like terrible. This is like really bad. That's okay.
How does everyone feel about destructing? Everyone's done it, right?
But live with Danielle Wicks?
No, I don't mind showing my mistakes for sure.
You know what else I want to do?
Yeah, what?
Because I feel like, so with the big tiara cast rings, doing like not macrame, but it would be, the lark's knot, but then you do half of it, and then the second half you add a bead to it, and so then it kind of sticks out. Kelly Sutton's done it. I've seen other people do it too, and it's really super cool.
I think I know what you mean. I think you're going to love the stuff that I'm working on. You're going to love it.
Is it my jam?
It's going to be your jam. Yeah.
And
I think you're going to be excited about it because it's something that sounds kind of close to what you're just describing. I didn't know the names of things. Like, in seed beading, I kind of know the names for things, but in that field, I do not know what things are called. So I have always looking up things. And then you discovered that people have different names for the same knot. And I guess that's true in seed beading too. So what I'm doing here, I exited from that 11-0, and then I strung the bell
That's
flower.
pretty.
And now I've got another seed bead, and I'm going back through it. And then I'm going to go back through that seed bead that's on the bar here. So this one right here. So just like that. And then I'm just going to gently tighten everything up. It's going to have to be tightened the way we do fringe and then that is my backup plan if this doesn't work, because I'm just going to fringe. But this is kind of like a mini fringe in a way. So let's pull that.
I cannot get my needle back threaded again. I guess third time. Yeah, I guess third time is not a charm. Oh, wait, I did it.
You got it? Oh, good.
I guess I just needed to tell you about it.
Yeah, I willed it to go. I'm here.
I just needed to tell you about it. Thanks for being such a wonderful support while I'm trying to thread my needle.
And so I'm just grabbing the thread bridge again, guys, underneath that bead. The one that's just sitting right there. That one. And I'm going to go back through that bead. Sorry, I got off camera there. Okay, so now I'm just going just through the seed bead. I went under the thread bridge, just through that. I'm going to tighten that up. Okay. And so that's going to do exactly what I want it to do. I was hoping that would work. Okay. Now let's get another seed bead on there. And switch the color. And it's going to be a little hard to find it, but I'm going to find that next thread bridge there. Bring that one on. Okay, get back up just through there. Okay. Now I just got to figure out my spacing. So it's going to do that. And I'm going to put another one in the middle. And then another one over here. And I just need to figure out the spacing, and that I might have to play with. I might have to take stuff apart. Let me see if I've missed any comments really quick.
How many more of the seed bead mixes do you have? Are you sold out?
I have a ton. So I bought 500 grams of every color, and there's 5 colors. And I haven't even made a second batch of the mixes.
I'm loving it. There's so many things you can do. And as I'm sitting here, I'm scrolling, right? I'm sitting here brick stitching, right? Which is great. And you and I have talked to plenty where it's like, this is the perfect, I can't sleep, I need to relax, and I'm going to do some brick stitch for me. And I will tell you, I'm sitting here scrolling because I have these other rings sitting here, and I'm going, oh my goodness, that silver and copper look really good together.
They do.
Scrolling while I'm sitting here doing this, because I think I have it. I think I need to go back though and redo the very first set of beads, and I probably will do that. But I feel like I'm getting a good idea of what I'm doing. But also too, I'm doing this without a magnifying glass, and Maria is here and she'll know I stab myself. And, drawing blood is a good sign for me that I'm doing something really good, believe it or not. The drawing blood. That is so pretty.
Oh,
kind of random. And
Leslie, that's so cool. Leslie, that's awesome. I'm glad that helped. I'm really happy to hear that. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. So
I'm working on my third bronze.
This was the class we did. I might have it. Do I have it in front of me? No, I already packed that one up to go to Toronto. It's already packed. But we taught, it was the class we did for Michael's. It was a couple Fridays ago. Yeah. Yep. If anyone wants to find that, let me know. I'll post a link here at the end once I get through my deliberations here. But yeah, that was a great class. I loved that one.
All of your classes are amazing.
Oh, thank you. That one was a recharge, right? It was like one of those ones where I was doing stuff I knew would work because I was struggling with learning new things. I was having a moment. It's like, you got to get there. I decided I needed to have one of these in between. So I took it apart, and now I'm putting on one of these 6/0s. I think these are 6/0s. I am not sure. They're just from the strand. And I thought they would be cute. And so it needed something. And now I'm going to put on another seed bead, and I'm closer to the middle, right where I want to be.
I love this seed bead mix.
You love it?
Yes.
Aw, thank you for saying that.
You guys really nailed it. And it's not easy, because I know when you and I and Carol, we had different, this was, I don't know if it was
actually last August when we did our August box.
And looking at colors on the internet, that was so hard. When the three of us were emailing back and forth and looking at different colors, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, there's so many ideas. It's definitely true. I'm getting a good idea here from Deborah. She was saying to put on another. Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
I see Pauline. Hi, Pauline. Lorena.
Hi, guys. And Sandy had a cool comment I missed earlier. She was saying sometimes she just takes a jewelry break. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm making keychains right now, Sandy. I was making keychains earlier because I needed. Yeah, I did. I needed a jewelry break for a little bit. I think I'm past it
That's
now, though. I think
well,
I'm
that's
back.
funny you say that because my friend, she broke her necklace.
Oh,
And of course, when, your friends give you all their stuff, right, to fix. And I love it. I absolutely love it because then, it gives you an idea for something, right? Or how to expand on their piece of jewelry, right?
yeah.
And she was like, I can't wear the earrings though. And it was a set. So it was a neck pendant.
Mhm.
And the pendant was actually what the charms were for the earrings. And she's like, I can't wear the earrings because of this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and, what can you do with it? And I said, well, I will do something. And what I did was I made a purse charm with one of the earring charms. And then I made a stretch bracelet with the other one. And then I fixed her necklace too. But it's
Oh,
just, I did the purse charm and I thought, I forgot I had these little component finding things. And so it's like, I need to make more because they're really cute.
aw. Did you post them on your Insta?
I did.
You did. Oh, I'm gonna go
I
back and scroll
did.
and see that.
I posted that I fixed it and yeah, and then yes, I did.
Yeah, I
You
definitely
know,
want to go check that out.
who else always comes up with great non kind of jewelry pieces? She does a lot of like hat bands,
Oh,
and I found her very early on, and the funny thing is that she's not too far from me.
oh, really?
Um, yeah, so you know where I'm at. I'm in Turlock, right? Just below
Yes.
your parents.
I
Well,
know. I can't
she's
believe we keep missing each other.
I know. Um, we will do it
We
one
will.
time, and it's gonna be so much fun. We're
Well,
gonna do a live
California
from
traffic
like
scares me now since I left. I'm like, oh my gosh, to get in the car. It's
um
so sad. I've become very like, I've gotten soft living up here. There's not as much traffic.
well, here's the thing too. Wes and I, we're looking at for our retirement time, right?
Oh,
And
awesome. That's
he's
so
and
cool.
he says, "Where do you want to go?" Well, I want to go somewhere where it's cold, it rains.
Oh, I know a place where it's cold and rainy all the time.
Yep. And I said, we got
I
to go to
got you.
Washington. We got to go to
Oh, thanks, Pauline.
Washington. But
Pauline said she loves it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you come up here, that would be, you know what? Bead
wouldn't that
studio time.
Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. But so there's her name is Giovanni or Giovanna, and it is
I know Giovanna.
she's my jewelry
Yes.
shed.
We did some articles
She
together for A Beaded Life way back in my former life.
she is incredible. Well, she does a lot of like non-jewelry pieces too that are very inspiring. So if you guys, I mean,
She
I'm
has
sure
her business name is My Jewelry Shed, right? Is that?
yes.
Yeah, I
And
love her.
it's just so crazy that she's right here too.
That's cool. I didn't realize she was local to you. I didn't realize she was
Yes.
in Northern California. For some reason, I thought she was in SoCal. I don't know why I thought that.
I think she has maybe a like a vacation home or goes
Oh, she
somewhere
does.
on the
Okay.
coast because I will see her posting and I think it's somewhere like Morro Bay.
That's why I
But
thought she was further south. Yeah.
yeah, but so
But that's pretty north,
Mariposa,
isn't it?
it's about 45 minutes from us, I think. It's up in the hills and I love Mariposa. We went on vacation to Mariposa once. Isn't that kind of crazy?
That's neat. That's Northern California or is it
It
still
is to the I think the Wes is oh, he has his earbuds in. I'm just the passenger, but it's up in the hills. I guess maybe towards Yosemite from my place. So maybe southeast from where I am. I could
Oh,
be
okay.
totally wrong because like I said, I'm the passenger and when I'm the passenger, I'm usually logged in doing something, watching some Danielle Wicks video.
I'm like that too. I watch lives and stuff in the car if I'm not driving.
Well, because
I try to tune in.
I can't keep up with them during the week. And so I have a hard time
I
with
used to. It's a recent issue for me where I'm missing a lot of them now. Like
oh
I used to
man.
always tune in for Sarah's on Friday. I used to always have a Nile on, and I made it to one of Nile's recently. But lately I have like kind of you know, because you're during your day you're at work, right? I
Yeah.
have the same thing going on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at work. Yeah.
Or sometimes I blink and I think it's 11 and I look at the clock and it's 2. That
Oh,
happens to me a lot now too. Like I'll just be sitting there working on something and just I get into that flow and then I'm like, hang on. It's almost time to go get the kids and I don't even realize that. Luckily I have like an alarm that tells me or I'd forget.
oh, to
So
go get your children
well,
from
I'm sure
school?
I would be reminded promptly by the school.
An
That
alarm to get
lady,
your
the
children
bead
from
lady
school?
forgot to come get her kids. No, I mean
It
I would
happens.
I
It
would.
does
But
happen. I guarantee you it does because we get lost in our days. I
yeah,
know I get
and
lost
time's
in
just
my
going
days.
fast right now. It's going so fast. I feel like even just yesterday, I blinked and it was 4 o'clock, and I feel like I just cleaned up from lunch, and everyone's asking, "Hey, what's for dinner?" And I'm like, "It's not dinner time." And I looked, and I'm like, "Oh man, it's dinner time." How'd that happen to me? I don't even know.
It's not dinner yet.
It's dinner yet?
And
I
they're
say that
like,
all the time, and then I look, and I'm like, "Oh, bummer." And then I have no plan, and I get takeout. Well, they don't like my cooking anyway, so it's a win for them if I don't
oh,
clean. They're like, "Oh,
okay.
bummer. Can we get pizza?"
I
And I
love
don't
it.
really want pizza, but I'm like, "Oh, it saves me the effort, so okay, let's go get that." Ah, it's working. Last night.
Yay.
So I loved the fringe idea. I need to do both. This one is simpler and faster, and I could get it done in our hour. But so you guys get the idea. I'm just gonna finish it to the edge, and that's pretty much it worked. I don't know. What do you think? You like it?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Do you think it's centered? I'm worried it's not centered. I want this one to move over just a tiny bit.
Okay. So, from the words of the great Kelly Sutton, if someone is standing so close to you that they can tell if something is centered or not, they're standing too close to you. Done.
There you go. That's perfect.
Is that? I love it. No, you did a great job. I love that. I love using seed beads as that stopper on the end. And, coming from, I don't have a seed bead background. I'm seed beading because of you. And I just have found that I love seed beads. There's
Oh,
so
that's so
many
good. I'm
things.
gonna put
It's
us all back
just,
to them.
it's so
Yeah.
much. There's so much to do with seed beads. Okay. Well,
Should I
let's
highlight
see
you? So
here.
I want to see how yours came out. Let's look over here. Oh, look at that. Hey, that's beautiful. You did
Is
the
that
people
okay?
edge. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. That's more than okay. That's glamorous. Look at that.
So do you
That's so
like
pretty.
the blue or the turquoise
Oh,
or
I'm
the
going for the
dark?
turquoise. I'm feeling,
Okay, turquoise.
but
Turquoise
take
it is.
everyone else's vote. Let's see what everyone thinks.
All right,
I
let's see.
feel like turquoise, but I'm not stuck on it.
I love turquoise.
Yeah, you know.
Let's see.
Yeah, me too. You got to vote for turquoise. Pauline said
Okay,
turquoise.
yep.
All right.
Because I think,
You got a
was
wow
it,
too.
I got a wow? I love getting a
And you're
wow.
getting votes for turquoise, 3 votes, 4 votes.
All right, sounds perfect.
And Maria says, Jenifer loves seed beads.
I do. She knows it. She knows it. Something else that went really well, and I don't think I pointed it out, but your little birdie strand that you have, it's like a pink with purple-ish.
Oh, that's yes, yeah. If
That
I
goes
haven't sent you that
really
yet, I'll
well
send it.
with this.
That would go too. Yeah.
So many little ideas and options. Okay, so let's see if I can find some wire. I do have some wire, but I think this is 22 gauge. I think I want some thicker. How many of these things do you have laying around where you have like little ideas and you're like, I wonder if
Oh,
I can make
yes.
something with this,
Lots.
And it's like,
Lots.
oh, maybe I could just, put
Yeah.
thread on one of these guys or do some, just, I don't know. It was just me playing. Just playing. That's all I was doing was
I have a
playing.
lot of well, we had different name for them. We were calling them unfinished beady object, which became unfinished beady goodness. Yeah, but just UFOs was the start. You unfinished objects. Because we don't know what they are yet. They might be jewelry, they might not. They could be something else. They could be of terrestrial origin, or they could be crypto-terrestrial. We don't know. So we call them unfinished objects.
Okay, I have 20 gauge. There we go. I was looking for some 20 gauge. I can't believe I don't have any out. It's kind of crazy. But you want to know something too?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but I get really nervous for lives.
You do? You get nervous with them? I guess I do.
I get so nervous, but it's not what you would think I would get nervous about. I get nervous about lighting. That's what I get nervous about.
I get nervous about the tech. Yes, especially so for you and I hanging out, I'm a little more chill about it. And if my kids come in and we get interrupted, and then people will just laugh. But I get nervous when it's the Michaels ones because I gotta get that right. So if you see me nervous, I'm nervous then. I'm like, plus there's an intro and I'm kind of like smiling through the intro. And I'm like, can I just make something while during the intro so I can look chill? But yeah. Oh, hey, we got a winner. Let me bring this up.
A winner.
Yay, Pauline. Congrats, Pauline. Yay. So I'm going to send out a petal mix to you and then this bead strand and maybe other goodies because, I always find extra things when I'm packing stuff up into the little envelopes. So I definitely look forward to. And so also, if I don't already have your address, just send it to me in either Messenger or the Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Those both work great. Yeah. Congrats.
Why?
So where are you live next? Where can folks find you? We have your Etsy shop shared. Colleen, thank you so much for sharing the links and for doing the drawing. Thank you so much. She's amazing. She's just the greatest. And
my goodness. Colleen,
I don't know what we would do without you, Colleen. And she just helps us remember things we would forget, all that stuff.
She's the better side of me. She does a good job keeping me like in gear and going. There's so many. I mean, Maria's another one. She's like, you need to use your loom. Yes. I'm like, I know I need to use my loom. I don't know why I'm so afraid of it. Why am I so scared? I'm just scared.
Well, maybe we'll just do a Zoom sometime and we'll work on that. Because a lot of people feel that way about the looming, but it's really, once you get, it's kind of like everything, like the macrame stuff and things like that. Once you get it down, then you're addicted to it, and everything you want to do is on that tool. So yeah, you'll figure out, and then you'll like it.
So I don't have any lives scheduled. Oh wait, I do.
Oh,
I do. I'm going to be on the Jesse James Beads Make-A-Lawn.
Oh, you are? Okay,
May
cool.
28th. Yes.
May 28th. Oh, that's like next week, right? Or the week after next? Mm-hmm. Next Saturday is 25th?
Yeah, so it's the Tuesday after Memorial. Memorial Day's on Monday. And
on Monday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Oh, that's something to look forward to after the holiday.
I know. Good. And I did 3 videos for the box. So with every box, they have a QR code, and that takes you to inspiration. They're just meant to be inspiration to kind of get you started on working on the box. Oh, and nice. I did the 3 videos.
You did?
Isn't that cool?
You got them done.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited. They were posted, but then came down because they were posted a little too early, I think.
Too early.
I think they were.
That's okay.
And so they came down, but that's okay because a bunch of people saw them before, and I saw them and I was shocked. But I will be having some more videos posting on my channel here soon. I have a John Bead project that I haven't shared with you yet.
Make sure I share it. Make sure I see it and share it. Sometimes I miss
it. Yeah, so I'll be sure to let you know when I get it all edited and posted and stuff. And I'll send you pictures before I even do this. But so I have that, and just my normal standard. And whenever I can, hey, Neela, do you want to do a live? Hey, Danielle, do you want? When I reached out to you, it was like, we have not done a live forever.
Time was flying by.
It was. And then
I think it was maybe even like not even this year. Is that possible? It might not have been this year.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you were in SAC 2 different times. One
Yep.
time it was just very, it was, um, we were just trying to do things last minute. And I
Yep.
know we thought, oh, you know what? When you come, we're going to go and bomb Sam's place and
I
just
know
like
that was the
walk in there.
plan. That was the
And then
plan.
go into soft flex and just, and at the time it was Terracast too.
They were still
Um,
there back then. Yeah.
but then the last time we had even less time to work with, and it's like, let's just meet somewhere on Highway 99
Yeah.
and
Let's
just
just like meet on the side of the highway.
meet on the side of the highway at an In-N-Out burger or something and do a
Yeah.
live from there. And we'd be like, yo, we're from Chick-fil-A. Let's do this, And so we're going to do that. I cannot wait
We'll
to do
have to
that
do
one time.
something crazy like that someday. Yep.
It'll be fun. And what do you have coming up, Miss Danielle?
Well, speaking of Nile, I'm actually on with him on Tuesday. Finally, and we have not. He and I haven't done a live in definitely more than a year.
It's been a
Yeah,
long
we talked about
time.
this at Tucson, and that's how long ago we planned it. And it felt like it was forever from then, and now it's here. So yeah, and then the very next day I'll be on Softlex doing a design of beaver findings, actually, featuring
Oh, good.
not these, but the ones with the stars. But you could also use the ones with the eye.
Yes.
And so that's what I have coming up. And then Friday is the Memorial Weekend, so I don't have a Michaels next week, but
Oh,
I have a Michaels the following week.
okay.
So our next Friday, we've got just a short little break, but I've got those 2 extras going on. I purposely put them in the week where I didn't have a Friday, so it would be easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Do you know what you're making for Nile?
I have an idea, and it's kind of, so if it doesn't work, I have a backup idea. But he was just saying, you know what, if we try to make projects, that's what's slowing us down from scheduling things together, is we always try to have something written up and something ready to go. And he's like, just come on and chat and do something. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to post it at the last minute because he doesn't want to have to prepare something either.
Yeah.
We're both in the same boat. We're just kind of just treading water sometimes. And then,
Well,
but I do have a prepared project for the Softflex one.
Mhm.
And it's brick stitch again. Actually, so if
Yay!
you loved today's brick stitch, there's more brick stitch coming. I kind of
That's
just I just let the colors guide me for that one, because
Mhm.
the pressure to reinvent something and create something like an original stitch or an original application of something is
Mhm.
not entirely sustainable over long periods of time.
Right.
So sometimes you have to use the same technique in a new way with new
Mhm.
beads.
With new beads, the same
Right.
technique, new beads it's new. I mean, because then you're just opening things up to where you're giving us ideas of to use more stash beads. And then also too, I know that when I'm talking and going, oh, this isn't what I had planned, this, you all of a sudden it's like, well, if you have this in your stash, you all of a sudden you're doing like the stash, the stash basher or what.
Oh
So
yes, those are so fun.
and you've done quite a few of those, and I love those, and I do look back at that. And
Oh, thanks.
something that I'm just thinking of right now, and this is total squirrel, but I
Oh,
was looking
yeah.
at the silver with the antique copper.
Oh, that looks good together. I like
Okay,
that.
but here's the
Oh,
thing.
mhm.
What if we did a brick stitch on the inside and then stitched the ring onto the beads? Can that happen?
Yes, yeah, that would work.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a way to link, because it only has one hole through the bead, so there's a way to link it to the
Yeah.
top and the bottom.
Yeah.
You'd want to do that first,
Uh-huh.
and then do the stitch around to link it in the inside.
Okay. I just thought of that just now thinking, I wonder if we could
Yeah.
do that. And
So
you're the
send me
one to
some in
ask, right?
process. If you start, when you start working on that, send me some pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. I will. And that's why too, when we decide, when you said, hey, let's go ahead and do this, you notice I didn't send you a finished piece. I
Notice
sent
I didn't
you.
have one either. Yeah. And that's okay. And it still works. It still works. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good. Thank you so much,
Thank
everybody, for
you. Thank
joining us.
you.
And I see Zach.
Hey.
Zach.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's joining Michael's class. Yeah, thank you for joining that. I really appreciate when you guys join. Those are so awesome. And Catherine had to go, so we're saying bye to her. And
Oh, bye, sweet Catherine.
yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you thank you to everyone for joining today. We had a lot of fun. I always love just getting to hang out with you and do some beading, so I enjoyed it.
Yep,
and let's
me
do
too.
another one like soon, not a year from now.
We're not going to do one from a year from now. I'm going to finish mine up and I will post pictures as well, and then
Same.
link to the video. Right. And so, because I'm sitting there looking for gold, well, I used an antique copper finding. So I'm going to grab some
That's
antique
beautiful.
copper wire and then finish that up, and I'll get that posted for everybody too.
I love the copper. Yes. Thank you so much. Thanks again, everyone. And thank you, Jenifer. I'll see
Thank
you next time.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Have a good day.